Oh, those peasants, those fucking miserable peasants. Oh, fuck them, we don't care about them. Fuck them, we don't care about them. Why would we care about them? Let them suffer, let them starve, let them be homeless, let them struggle. We own everything, we control everything. We own everything. We own it all. We own the banks. We own the oil. We own the housing. We own the media. We own the government, the politics. We've got it all. The publishing. All the publishing of books. All the newspapers. Television, radio. The internet companies. We own everything. We've got all the money. We control the money. We control fucking everything. We control everything. We've got it all. We've got it all. Does karma ever hit us? Us billionaires? Does it ever affect us? Does karma ever bite us in the ass and make us pay for our greed? For how we treat the poor, how we treat the working class, the middle class? No, it doesn't. We'll just buy another Bentley, another Rolls Royce, another 10, 20, 50, $100 million mansion. Fuck them. Oh yeah, there is no karma. Just look at us. Look at the billionaires. Look at the 1%ers or the 0.1% of this realm. Look at us. Look at the way we live. Look at the way our bloodline lives, generation after generation. Us billionaires. Look at the way we live. A life of leisure, opulence, decadence. We live completely separately from you. It's like we're on another world. And you're in a sewer, and we're just fine, enjoying ourselves every day. We can live wherever we want. We never have to worry about being homeless or paying our bills or paying our taxes. Have to worry about our children being sick or our children going hungry. We're worry-free in that respect. And if we're a royal bloodline, we know that it's being passed on. We keep our wealth all in the family. We keep it all in the family. Keep it all in the family. We're not worried about karma. We feed those losers at the bottom fear programs, control mechanisms, psyops, mental slavery systems, programs like karma. We have them worrying about fucking karma. This is a symbol here for karma. This is what AI came up with for karma. Look at that. It's one of the images that it came up with for karma and for yin-yang symbol and karma. Alright? I know what the traditional yin-yang symbol looks like. This is getting a little bit creative here, and I'm trying to come up with something creative, so I ran it through a few times. Here's another one, yin-yang. Karma. A lot of people in this realm believe in karma. There's a whole lot that believe in karma. It's millions and millions. It might be even over 1 billion. I don't know for sure what the population numbers are, because they feed us lies, but it's millions of people. It might be hundreds of millions. It seems to be a lot of people. Even people that are not Buddhists or Hindus. There's a lot of Westerners that believe in karma, that talk about it. How karma's going to get you, or that's bad karma. It's going to be karma for that. Karma never seems to hit a lot in this realm, if you really pay attention and observe. The most evil in this realm seem to get away with almost everything. Almost everything. And they have these lives of opulent mansions and, huge garages with sometimes 15, 20, 50, 100 luxury vehicles, and sports cars, and mega yachts, and private jets, and helicopters, and mansions in every country they want in the world. And meanwhile, look at how other people are living, suffering, poor on the streets. You talk about karma, do you just assume that they were bad people in a past life? How foolish and how evil that is towards them to assume that they deserve it when you look at these people. These are AI created images, but they might as well be real people. Think of them as real, because there are real people suffering out there in the streets of the United States, Canada, India, Pakistan, wherever in this realm. People homeless in European cities and countries. Here's another karma image. This is what AI came up with, spiritual karma. Strange, isn't it? It's a little bit strange. I think so. I wanted to get creative with this video. I wanted to pry open people's eyes. And I also wanted to show people that understand this already, or at least partially understand. There's nothing wrong with you if you see that karma's a scam. If you see that it doesn't work in this realm, that it isn't what's going on. That if you have a bad life, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. Don't assume, oh, I must have done something wrong. Don't guilt trip yourself and assume, oh, I must have done something wrong in a past life to deserve this hell. This chronic pain, this disease, losing a child, whatever hell you've gone through, being abused as a child, you didn't deserve it. It's not your fault. None of what I'm doing here is scripted. It's all stream of consciousness. It's all off the top of my head, looking at these images. Here's another karma image. It's always kind of treated as blissful, even by the AI, like, oh, it's enlightenment if you realize your karma and your karmic debt. They push this onto us just like original sin, as though you're born into this realm a sinner. As a newborn, pure baby, they treat you in Catholicism and most of Christianity, as far as I understand, like you're a sinner, that you're born with original sin, the sins of your father, your grandfather, your grandparents, all the way back to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden story. So it's your fault. You're carrying their original sin. It's on you. You have a black mark on. Oh my goodness! Wait a second. What's this?
Are you gonna talk about me again? My big nose, my tiny.
What the hell?
Hat.
What the hell?
I
That
love
fucking
those
grifter.
Give me more shekels. Give me
that
more.
That grifter.
Give me more. I want to lie to
he
you
snuck
more.
in here somehow, people. I didn't want to see that face, but
tell you more lies.
anyway, is he going to get some karma for scamming people in this lifetime? I doubt it. I doubt it. Here's another spiritual karma image. These are kind of fascinating. This one is kind of beautiful in a way. It's interesting. It's unique. It's eye-catching. It does kind of have a spiritual quality to it, especially for something created, AI created, or as they call it, AI created. This one just strikes me as strange, and I put it in there. I'm not sure why. It just seems very weird, unsettling. But sometimes people need that. Sometimes people need to be disturbed a little bit, provoked a little bit, to think deeper about what's going on here. Why would karma make sense? Why would people assume that makes sense? It doesn't seem to make sense to me. How can you pay for the debts of a past lifetime, or 100 or 1,000 lifetimes, when you don't remember what you did? If you did something so wrong, how can you make amends? How can you redeem yourself when you're mind wiped, or at least your memories are locked away from you? You don't have access to them. So how are you going to redeem yourself if you don't know what the fuck you did wrong? How are you going to repeat second grade if it's wiped away? You have to start over and over and repeat it again and again and again, lifetime upon lifetime. It's a trick. It's a trap. That's the trap. Saying that you got to go back there and do better. We're going to wipe away so that you can't remember what you did. You got to do better. Well, there's no way to learn then. You have to retain knowledge to be able to learn from it. Learn from mistakes so you don't repeat over and over and over again for 1,000,000 lifetimes or maybe for eternity. Karma makes no sense on that level. Karma is a nightmare when it comes to that. It's a fucking dark nightmare. That's what it is. And this is a nightmare image here. Look at this. Look at how dark that is. It's ominous. That's a nightmare come to life. That's what it is. And that's how dark this world can look and feel sometimes for a lot of spirits that are aware here. I understand the ones that battle with depression. Here's another karma. Karma is a lie, but AI fucked it up with the spelling. Look, it couldn't even get karma right, even though I spelled it right. It put 2 R's. It didn't get the word lie right. It does this mistakes on purpose. And it's part of the design. It's part of the design. It's fucked up by design, if you can imagine that. We're in a tricky realm here. And the way that these entities use technology, look at this one. Again, why can't it spell karma when I spelt it properly? Why can't it just use the word lie the way I typed it in? LLE, look at this. It's all jumbled up. It's a jumbled mess. But that is the yin-yang symbol. Depicted in a strange way. A strange presentation, as Matt McKinley would say. He loves to say presentation. This is the yin-yang symbol with blood drops over it. We're not in a balanced realm. That's what I wanted to show here. It's not balanced. The way that people believe, like Matt McKinley pushes, it's yin-yang. No, it isn't. This world is far from being balanced, light and dark, good and evil. It's out of balance. It's off balance. It isn't balanced whatsoever. And I'm going to show it with this image here. They should have had the scales way more out of balance, but I was showing corroded scales. So justice is completely corroded in this realm. Corroded. Look at the corrosion on there. It doesn't work. There's no real justice in this realm. Okay? Do you understand? This is out of balance here, and it's corroded as well. Rusting, corroded. This one's a better image. I just wanted to show you, though, with multiple image, what AI comes up with. Scales are very, very similar. Except for the quote unquote lady justice in between. There's a lot of recycling going on with AI. Here's another bloody yin-yang image, and again, the yin-yang symbol is messed up. It's not. It's imperfect. It's screwed up. Look at the shape of the red part in the middle. And the dots are not the same size. It's off. It's out of balance, but I thought it was suitable. Blood splattered. We're not in a balanced system. This is grief, sorrow, pain. How does karma help with this? For people to endure what they go through here. Let's say losing a child, a mother losing a child. Pain, grief, suffering. How does that play into the so-called karma here? It doesn't add up. And I'm going to hammer this home. This is kind of graphic here, this image. But it's supposed to represent pain, suffering, grief, sorrow. We endure horrendous things here. And by the time you pass away, it doesn't help you learn anything. It's all for nothing. What we go through here, unless you get out, unless you learn enough to say, I don't want to do this again, I'm leaving. That's the only big thing you can learn here to lesson. Okay? It's hard to see these images, even though these are AI again. It's not a photograph of a real woman. It might be based on one, I don't know for sure. But you get the point, you get the picture, right? We're in a very difficult realm, by design. There's no such thing as karma. Another painful, showing pain. If you were in a labyrinth, would you want me to misguide you? Tell you that, oh, it's all for everything you go through, every turn you take and you suffer, it's all for your own good. It's all for learning, it's all karma. It's all because you did something in a past lifetime that you don't remember, that nobody's even, like, it doesn't add up. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. And they're laughing at you, these billionaires. They're laughing at you going, these fucking idiots don't understand karma. They don't understand religion. They don't understand what we programmed them with. They don't understand astrology. They don't understand anything. They don't understand the money system. We love our power and control and our wealth. They love it. They have a different understanding of this realm than the masses do. Here's the Buddha. And this ties in with karma and enlightenment. But it pushes that you have to keep coming back here to get enlightened. This place degrades you spiritually. It degrades your spirit. It degrades you mentally, emotionally. It causes suffering that does not help you and doesn't make you learn or get stronger. It degrades your spirit. It does not enlighten your spirit by coming back here more lifetimes. So this in itself is a trick. Buddhism and Hinduism and Christianity and Islam and Judaism, they're all tricks and control mechanisms. You got to go beyond all the religions. You got to get beyond that shit. I would tell you the same thing if you were addicted to drugs that were harming you. You got to get beyond that shit. You got to drop that programming. This is a private jet. They're flying around in private jets and people talk about karma. And the ones doing the most evil are flying around in private jets. The creatures at the top of the pyramid are laughing at you when you believe in shit concepts like karma and New Age stuff that incorporates karma. I realize karma is an old concept, but the New Age has kind of revived it in the West. It's brought that shit into the Western mind. It's another image of inside of a private jet. They live lives of luxury. When they fly, they're not packed in like sardines in coach on American Airlines or Air Canada or, Delta or something like you are, or the cheaper airlines, the real cheapies. They don't fly like you do. They don't live the way you do. They view you as insects, bugs to be sprayed from above, cockroaches. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Here's a blind man begging in the street. What they would say in India, well, that's his karma. They would call him maybe an untouchable and say, well, that's his karma. It's his fault. It's on him. His lot in life. Well, I don't think so. I don't buy that. I don't look down on him or men like him or women in the situation or children. I don't automatically assume, well, they deserved it. They must. That's a cop-out. That would be weak and unjust of me and lazy-minded and lazy spiritually of me to do that. I won't do that. I won't condemn him and others like him for their situation in this realm. If anything, I bet they were a good person. I would bet the other way. I would hedge my bets that they were here before and they were a good person and they're being punished for being good, not for being evil. That's how this realm works. It's the opposite. I bet they're enduring suffering and hardships for being a good person. No good deed goes unpunished makes more sense in this realm. This woman's a beggar on the street. Again, this is an AI image that I created for this video. Okay? But I still want it to have an impact. I want you to realize there are many, many, many men, women, and children living this way, begging on the streets. get enough money to feed themselves. The elderly, look at this. And then people blame karma and say, well, it's just their karma. That's a cop-out. That's dodging the truth. That's mental gymnastics. That's weak. And how dare you blame these fucking people? Shameful to do that. How the fuck would you know if they were a great person? They might be a beautiful person, a kind, caring person, a giving, generous person. They might hate the situation that they ended up in. They may not deserve it whatsoever. So don't assume that they did evil things in this life or a past life. That's foolish. That's foolishness. Don't do that. This is another karma image that AI came up with. A symbol. Okay, a symbol. Karma written there and misspelled in certain places. It's very strange, some of these images that it spits out. That's the only reason I'm showing these. It's the strangeness of these ones. And plus I wanted to break up the video. I didn't want to show poor person in India or beggars in the street, image after image after image. I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying not to overwhelm you with sadness, but I'm trying to break through to people. Some people are kind of on the fence. Some people already understand this and they're probably nodding their heads saying, yes, I agree. This makes sense, what I'm saying. Karma doesn't make sense, but what Stephen is saying, they might be saying, what King Stephen is saying makes sense. It adds up. But karma does not fit what we observe, what we experience in this realm. There are some beautiful poor people that struggle and suffer, that are kind, friendly, helpful, caring, generous, good spirits. And they don't have great lives and they suffer a lot with health conditions, with money, with paying their bills, rent, all sorts of struggles. And then there's evil, wealthy billionaires that are just loving this realm. So it really doesn't add up. Hyenas. Look at the hyenas. Do I blame them for how they're designed? No, I don't. I've even seen some that were raised hyenas in captivity. Little babies as little pups. And they turned out more like dogs outside of a hyena pack, raised with dogs. They kind of imitated dogs. But they do have a stronger bite force, I believe. There's still some wildness in them. Here's another nightmare image, a dark image. We're in a dark realm. A lot of people want to pretend that it isn't dark. They want to pretend that it isn't wicked, that it isn't evil, that it isn't that bad here. But I think that's denial. I think that's pretending. It's time to wake up. Face the darkness. Face where you are.